people, welcome to your favorite campus show on Edo Broadcasting Service. I am your host, Gloria Abohi. As always, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Today, we are discussing a critical issue that has been widely reported in Nigerian universities: sex for grade. Over the years, multiple investigations have uncovered cases where lecturers allegedly demand sexual favor from students in exchange for academic benefits. In 2019, reports emerged about a senior lecturer at Bruce Ali University, Ekpoma, who was suspended after allegation of sexual misconduct. In 2023, a lecturer from the University of Benin was reportedly under investigation after allegation of sexual misconduct. These reports were covered in all social media platforms, and institutions took steps to investigate the claims. The 2019 BBC Africa Eye documentary exposed lecturers in several West African universities engaging in these unethical practices. This investigation led to disciplinary action, including the dismissal of some lecturers, one from UNILAG and another from Obafemi Awolowo University. Studies by the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, in 2020 revealed that students who were victims of sexual harassment had a higher incidence of anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, which affected their academic performance. Victims often face low self-esteem and in some cases even drop out of school due to the trauma they have experienced. Even when students find the courage to speak out, they often face unsympathetic system that protects or guides the abusers, which is the lecturer and not the victims. University life has become a place full of intimidation and fear, where their academic futures are now controlled by the very people meant to guide and protect them. Let's go on a short break. When we return, I will introduce my guest and my co-host to you so that we will explain better about this interesting, engaging, and entertaining topic: sex for grade. Welcome back from the short break. Thank you for staying with us. I have a beautiful lady with me who happens to be my wonderful co-host.
Hi everyone!
Her name is Supreme.
So nice to have you guys here.
Same here. I'm so glad that you are here.
Thank you.
I have my guest. I'm so excited and grateful to have him in this discussion.
Yes.
Clement, thank you so much.
Pleasure is all mine. Good afternoon.
Yeah, and happy new month.
Oh yeah, you just reminded
Yeah,
me.
it's a season of love, to show love and be loved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and
reminds
that
me,
means-
when did we say Happy New Year? Like, so
Yeah,
fast.
I would say
Yes,
January
done.
was really,
Really
fast. Yeah, really fast.
Clement,
Was there
you know?
any reduction in the number of hours that makes up a day?
Okay, there was none
No,
actually.
it was just
Professor
filled
Clement.
with, it was just filled with so many activities that took the mind
Yeah,
off
yeah, that's
the counting
that's
of the
it,
days and the
okay.
hours, right? And then
Okay.
at the end of it all, that illusion just comes like fast to.
Oche, thank you,
Wow.
sir.
silver lining.
Yeah, the question still remains: why is this still happening? Are universities truly committed to ending it? Well, Clement, I want you to give your own unique definition about sex for grade. I know everybody has their own definition of sex for grade, but I want Clement to give his own definition because I believe our viewers out there are more interested in your own unique definition of sex for grade.
Well, it's as simple as it sounds.
Okay?
sex for grade.
Yeah.
You give me, I give you. It's an exchange of it's an exchange, trade by barter.
Oh,
No,
really?
yeah, it's a barter. What do you have? Since you can't read and study on your own, right?
Okay.
And then you don't have, you can't remember, or you read and you don't have the retentive memory to keep whatever you have read with
Okay.
you and take it alongside. Or you're the type that just cram and at the end, because you just waved somebody and said a little hello, you forgot everything. And
Okay.
you went to the hall and you are not certain of what you have written, right? And maybe you don't have cash, as the case may be. You go for that. And on the other hand, on the part of the lecturers, well, some of them, some persons are loose, right? Some persons are loose. Some persons are easily carried away with the how do I put it now, with the appearance
Of the lady.
of ladies.
They are
and
not
then
well
they are
responsible.
not just responsible.
Okay.
They don't have this resilience,
Discipline.
discipline. They don't set boundaries.
Yeah.
And then, well, what is life if not enjoyment? And then, since you can't and you want me to help, something goes. See, there is no free meal in the world. No free meal. Somebody must
Okay.
have paid for it to get
Yeah,
to
that's
you.
true.
So, since there is no free meal and nobody is paying on your behalf,
Yeah.
you have to pay either in cash
Or in
or in
kind.
kind. And most often in this context now, the kind now comes into play.
Okay, but the innocent ones are being taken for granted, like whereby those lecturers will now feast on those innocent girls. You
Well,
get probably
if you-
those that are very intelligent because of their beauty. The lecturer will say, "Nah, your beauty will not make you to pass this exam. What will make you to pass this exam is when you satisfy me, when you give me your body."
Okay, now
Yes.
the thing is this: there is no excuse for
Okay.
a lecturer to have the mindset of feasting on a young girl, whether the girl is a dullard, which I don't believe anyone is anyway,
Nobody.
or the young girl is naive or innocent, as the case may be, or the young girl is promiscuous, no matter the circumstance. Because
Okay.
one, in the line of education, you will see that they tell you, you have been trained and we are giving you this certificate based on we have taught you academically and morally.
Yeah.
So it's not just education. Like, I think the last time you had me here,
Yeah, you were here before.
yes, I was very very keen on talking about the boiling soup.
Soup. Yeah, you really
Yes.
went deep
Yes.
into it to
No,
talk
and
more.
then, when
Yeah.
I was analyzing the pot of a boiling soup, which
Yeah.
the academic institutions or the academic environment is, I told you, is a mixture of the good, the bad, the ugly,
In
and
soup.
the in between.
Yeah.
And then all of them comes together to help build the resilience, the character, the expertise, the experience. Now, not just the academic work of the academic life, rather, of the
Okay.
student. Now, if the lecturer who is supposed to oversee this, not just oversee, you oversee and you coordinate
You
these
protect and guide.
these various facets, right?
Yeah.
And then, so that when that person is coming out from that institution, that person comes out a better person. If you're now the one feasting on their naivety or their innocence, then I don't know, but I guess we need to check your psyche, take you to a psychiatrist and then check your psychology. Now, back to the question you asked. The lecturers who feast on this
Innocent ones.
I always like taking my point of view from two sides, because there are always more than two sides to a coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the flip side and we have the edge.
Okay.
Now let me go to I'll take the flip side first. If you remember what I said that day, I said every student, when you get into the higher institution, the first thing you do, try to rub off, try to remove, try to prune those your naivety.
Attitude.
Yes, prune them out so that you don't present yourself an easy prey.
Yeah, like a weakling.
Yeah, a weekly number one. You know,
Oh.
there is
Actually,
this,
see,
there
for
is
them-
there is this word I
Okay.
coined, a child with people.
Oh, you need to act in a very mature
Yes,
way.
because sometimes when you're in the house, because you're in a cozy and comfortable environment,
Yeah.
you are in the midst of the people you love you and care for you. You
Okay.
just keep on being who you are.
Yeah.
Accept me for who
Because
you are,
it's
and they
your
say, ah, this is our
family.
baby, oh, don't touch this is our baby, whether you are a girl or a girl, right?
Yeah.
But when you move to the higher institution, these people are no longer there. We have predators everywhere.
Yes.
So you have to now start cutting off.
You have to grow on your own.
Yes, and growing is based on experience. However, I tell people the
Yeah.
best experience you should learn from should not be your own experience, because
It's-
it will
no.
always be followed with pains.
Yes.
Learn from people's experience. That is why reading, don't just read your academic works. Read wide. Read
Be
people's
exposed.
experiences. Read travelogues. Today, how many people still know what is called a travelogue?
I think few persons.
Okay, how many people read biographies and autobiographies?
I think few persons.
Now these are these pieces rather, they document not just the knowledge of the writers, but their personal experiences,
Yeah.
their
True.
outlook on life. And when you now get the different outlooks, especially when you are able to balance
The whole
from
thing.
the opposing sides, when
Yeah.
you're able to balance it, you pick from both of them and you use it to stand on the shoulders of giants. You are no longer walking on the ground.
Yeah.
So you are able to take away those naivety. And when these predators, when they see you, the way you the aura, the charisma you now carry,
Okay.
makes them fear. And they'll say, no, I shouldn't touch this one. That is on the part of the student right
Okay.
now.
Thank you so much, Clement. You've made a good point so far. Like you've hit the nail on the head for a professor like you. So, Supreme, are you in agreement with what Clement have said so far, or you want to? I know you want to add to it, because
Yeah,
I know you as this
definitely.
kind of person that you want to argue. You like
Yes.
to argue to prove
Let's
your
proceed
own
to
point. So we
arguing.
want to hear your fresh ideas. Not me, the viewers out there.
Yeah.
They want to hear your fresh ideas concerning sex for grade.
All right. I would say sex for grade
Okay.
is a phenomenon. Should I call it a phenomenon, or should I say it's a scenario, something that has taken this, okay, that has been happening over time.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's something that leaves off a victim at the end of the action. I don't know how to say. There is always a reaction after the action.
Okay.
It's something that has eaten deep into our society,
Yeah.
especially in this part of the world where there is a lecturer and there's a student, and we all know how it all goes. I would say that this thing really stems, it comes, or it is something that is deep rooted,
Okay.
and then it comes about as a result of the abuse of power.
Abuse of power.
Yeah, abuse of power. Because if you observe, it is always between greater power and a lesser power. Someone
Exactly.
who actually is in authority. Because I believe if the person didn't have that much influence
Yeah.
or that much power, yeah, they won't be able to like impose such ideas on you,
That's
or
true, that's
such
true.
needs, basically. So when you see these in schools, it's heartbreaking. So I would say that lecturers and the educational system in Nigeria should be really looked into. You
Okay.
understand? Because it is something that is really troubling youths, especially ladies. Because you just see them, they're beautiful, they're fine. You ask them stories and they're like, oh, you don't know how I have what I
Yeah.
have to go through daily.
Untold
Yeah,
stories.
yeah, untold stories, basically. You
Yeah.
get.
Well,
Um,
this is where I'll come in. There
Yeah.
are some situations where it is the student
Okay.
that actually goes to the
No, those
lecturer.
scenarios
That is
are
why
actually.
I said whether when I started, I said whether it is the student that is promiscuous
Yeah.
Okay.
or not, the lecturer that does this needs to be checked psychologically.
Okay.
Actually, that is, as I said, is on both sides, but it actually rarely happens. You understand?
Okay.
It's basically, I don't know. We all are in school, or we went to school, and we
Yeah.
know how this thing goes.
Yeah.
You are fine. you will be noticed. And when you are
True.
noticed, you just have to pray that it's not negative, because if it's
Yeah.
something that you can maneuver, oh fine, everybody say, oh we went through school and we came out, but there are some that they get, in fact, get preyed upon, and it's something that they can't really
Yeah, it
fight, and at the
turns
end,
to
and
the
before-
negative.
yeah, you
Yeah.
get me.
Okay.
And they even go as far as threatening, apart from even the
Yeah.
sex. They're like, if you don't even do this, I will. You will
Or
not
make sure that lecturers fail
I'm
you
telling
in
you are
here.
out of the
That's
school,
true.
you are this, you are
Yeah,
that, and not everybody has the same strength to withstand
The
this threat and
capability,
this pressure.
yes.
You understand? So some of them, they cave in, and before you know, all the work of a million years is gone. You know,
Okay.
working for years and all
Thank
that.
you, thank you, Supreme.
Thank
To our
you.
viewers out there, let's see a short video clip on sex for grades so that we can dive deeper into this interesting and educating topic. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
My name has been stolen by a system that was meant to protect and guide me. A system that promised to help me grow and succeed in life. I came here with joy in my heart, with dreams in my eyes. I wanted to succeed, rise above, to make my family proud, to contribute to society. But what I found wasn't hope. It was a monster. A monster. He whispered to me in the dark, telling me that my intelligence will never be enough, that I have to give him something more. Sleep with me, he said, and I will make sure you pass. I had no one to turn to, no one to help me. My world, my future was in his hands. I was afraid of being a failure to my parents. So I gave in. I had to. He didn't just take from me, he tore me apart piece by piece. He shared me with his colleagues and they feasted on me like I was nothing to them. I became depressed, hopeless, worthless, a disgrace to myself. I hated everything around me. I cried myself to sleep every night with no one to hear me, no one to help me. I hated myself. I was supposed to be safe here, but this is what I became. How much longer will this continue? How many more voices will be silenced? And when will those with the power to stop this finally listen?
Well, you have just seen a short video clip on sex for grade, and
Oh, wow.
I felt
That's very
I felt
sad.
so emotional
Very, very
concerning what most young ladies pass through in the hands of their abuser, which is the lecturer. Because these young ladies, they are the victims of sexual harassment. So Clement, what did you learn from this short video clip? Because it exposes everything about sex for grade in the university.
This is the consequence is not much different from what we get from other forms of sexual harassment.
Okay.
Yeah.
It leaves the victim broken,
Very
Time.
broken.
and brokenness comes in different forms.
Depression.
also. It can come as a form of depression.
Yes.
It can help build the strength and resilience of that same person, such that that person will wake up and take up that fight against it. But if it comes with depression, it can lead to more
Death.
severe consequences,
Yeah.
like suicide, like hate,
For the other gender.
not just the other
Low
other gender,
self-esteem.
even
That's
to
true.
the self.
Yes, low
You
self-esteem.
know, when that victim starts seeing this, his or herself in this case now, seeing herself as dirty,
Yes.
as unwanted.
That's the
Yes.
highest form of.
And
you
she
get
keeps
it?
on having sleepless nights.
Yes,
Then
because
she will not have to isolate herself
It
from
leads
her
to
friends.
isolation.
Isolation.
What is it called in English? I've forgotten that word used for that. And what that word means is just secluding yourself, not
Yes.
because other people are actually pushing you away,
No,
or
but because you
you feel
you're
yourself
not wanted.
wanted,
That's
not
where low
good enough,
self-esteem comes
not-
into play.
Yes, you have low self-esteem,
Yeah.
and then you are not able to carry out anything productive.
And there's also post-traumatic stress disorder that
Yeah,
affect the academic performance of that
PTSD.
young lady.
Not just the
Yeah.
academic performance, not just see
Generally.
when you have post-traumatic stress, whatever, it goes beyond, it affects your psychology.
Okay.
Yeah, it affects your psyche.
Yeah, that's
now
true.
it's when you are not mentally stable, it becomes a mental disorder. And when you are not mentally stable, there is nothing you will do that will be productive. Quote me anywhere. There
That's
is
true.
nothing. There will always be that sign that this is not a perfect or a good result. Now, it could be even maybe after that season, after the schooling, you now get into business. You now get into maybe in the work environment. You now get to maybe building or raising a family. That it will still come. I remember being a guest in a radio program, or on
Okay.
a radio program rather, and then a man called in,
Yeah.
and we were talking about rape,
Rape.
where adults rape minors.
That's so bad. And it's
then-
still happening.
And then, yes, and then the man called not as just a contributor, but
As a
as the
victim
husband
of the
of
victim.
the victim.
Oh, that's so
Now
painful.
he said, after so many years, now she's married to him with lovely kids, and he loves the wife, but the wife
stigma.
still feel the pains.
Yes.
She still feel emotionally down. She still feel trauma.
Oh.
Right now, imagine how many years before the man could have called to say that. It means it's not just a one-time something.
No.
It's a recurring thing.
Yes.
And if that woman does not have a lovely husband, understanding husband, and then loving kids or family members who surrounds her,
Yeah.
she might go the extreme. And then we wonder why people are this person, that life is good around this person from what we see. Why did this person take his or her own life? We don't
Untold
know that
stories that we don't
inside.
know.
Yes, that is the thing.
The
So
untold
it
stories.
goes beyond the immediate four walls of the university. It goes beyond studies. It affects your interpersonal relationship. It affects your intrapersonal
Personal
self.
relationship, yeah.
It affects virtually everything. That is why it is a menace that needs to be curbed.
Yeah.
Correct. So, Supreme, you also watched the short video clip. What did you gain from it?
Well, it was nothing short of getting to hear the victim side of the story and the effect
Yeah.
that the entire experience had on her in particular. But let's not forget that that's just like one person out of like millions of other students and people who get to experience these things, like these scenarios
Okay.
nationwide. You know, it goes far to tell you how bad it can be and it can get for the individual.
Yeah.
You see, she said she keeps seeing the person at night and
Yeah, she has
many other
sleepless
things
nights. She hated
like that,
herself.
hated herself.
Yeah,
And
she
that's
cried
like
for
the
help, and there was
worst
no
form
one. You know, she said
of
something.
inhumanity.
I cried for help. There was no
Basically.
one to help me.
And that's true, because sometimes you see that these people cry out, they talk to people, but you see even their friends they talk to, they are still in the same position as them.
Yeah, the
They
same
can't
rope
really
with
do
them.
much.
Yeah, the same
You
rope.
see, if you go to, I had a friend who had such experience.
Clem is laughing, but just finish.
Okay, she had such experience and she came to us and like, see what's going on.
Okay.
Even I myself, I kind of had something like that. But how I navigated was just like, God,
Help
I had
me.
to pray,
Yeah.
I had to put myself in your scene, had to lay low for a while just to like get
Go
myself
out of the radar
Yeah,
of
go
the
out of the radar.
predator.
I'm telling you, honestly, like you have to like find ways to survive, because if you are a prey, there's little or nothing anyone can really do for you. You go to cry to and hire
So nobody's
authority.
going to help
No.
you.
No, there are help.
Yeah,
Help
well,
is everywhere.
You know, I guess the fear too is something.
Yes. Now, why
because
I was
you see,
laughing,
there's a stigma.
Yes.
Sorry to cut it short. You see, there is this stigma that goes when you tell them this is what is going on.
Okay.
You talk to this person, the next person. That one tells the next person, and
They will gang
they
up.
will all gang up. That's how it is, and it is just what it is. They will just
Okay.
tell
No.
you, if you do this, I will tell this person that is my friend, and the person will tell the next person that is my friend, and you see that your stay in that school will just have to be very.
Okay.
So you
Let
have
me-
to be
let
very
me
wise
chip
with
in.
your
I want
decisions.
to ask this question.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
question, it's very similar. How can we build an environment where victims, especially young ladies, can be able to speak up without fear and intimidation?
Okay.
Because
will
I know you were
combine-
coming there, so I
yes.
just had to ask my
Yes.
question immediately.
So
Yeah.
I'll combine it with what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Now, if there is this song I love so much,
Okay.
Life for Rent.
Yeah, Dido.
Yes.
You know
There
the
is-
song?
Yeah.
Well, that's
There's a
nice.
part of that song that
Yeah.
intrigues me. Say, while my heart is a shield and I won't let it down, while I am so afraid to fail, so I won't even try. How can I say I'm alive?
That is a strong message.
Yes. How can I say I'm alive when I don't even try? When my heart is a shield, I shield it such that I don't open up for
Open up,
people
yeah.
to see or to even tell people.
Well, I guess
How
the
can I say
fear-
I'm alive?
fear.
So number one, why that was what I wanted to quickly chip in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We must avoid fear when such a thing happens. Now, I will talk about when it has happened first before I go to the other part, right?
Okay.
Now, when it has happened, the first thing you need to do is don't hate yourself. Always remember you are not the cause, you are not
True.
the reason.
Okay, when it
You are
has happened
wonderfully-
between you,
You
and the
and
abuser,
the abuser.
which is the
Yeah.
lecturer.
Yes. Don't hate yourself.
But it's not easy. It's
It's
easier
not easy.
said than
Yes,
done.
it's not easy. It takes time. That is why I'll still come to that. Don't hate yourself.
Okay.
Don't hate people. At least out of everybody, maybe family members, maybe friends, there should be one person
You're close to.
you can talk to. Whether people know about it or not
Does not
does
concern
not
you.
concern you. Whether people stigmatize you or not, doing the right thing is always right, irrespective of what the world say.
Yes, people's opinion.
Yes, doing the right thing is always right. So do the right thing.
Okay.
Speak out. Then go for therapy.
Yeah.
There are dozens of places who even offer free.
Well, in this part of the world,
No,
I don't
they
think
give
that's
free.
Actually,
No,
very...
they give
No,
free
no,
therapy.
there is.
There is I think just yesterday
Okay.
a guest was speaking right here on the Daybreak Show, and then he talked about something that there is this the Edo State government
Okay.
over the years, even
Yeah.
up till now,
Yeah.
their stance against gender-based violence has been very strong. Are you getting?
Yeah.
So there is this place that they built for people who have these issues,
Emotionally down.
whether someone abuses you, whether it is domestic violence, any form at all.
Yeah.
As long as you are in a Edo State, come to them. They are ready, they are seated there, and they will take up this thing for free.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great.
Whether if you need
That's really
a
good.
therapy,
Okay.
they will help you get one for free.
Seriously.
Very nice.
They will take up this if they finish their investigation and they
Hope
realize
it's
that
a
this
professional one, though.
yes,
Okay.
I
I
think
said
people really have to know this.
they have people there who handle these things. Well, and I know how many of these cases. Now there was an issue of rape. I think twice this between in this new government, there was the one I personally know of two issues of rape, and it concerns minors, and they took it up and they've been running with it, and they are making sure that every perpetrator who is guilty,
Yeah.
the hand of the law catches up to
Justice
that person.
must be done.
Are you getting? So there are places. So it's because we don't look outside. If you go to hospitals and you complain, and then they check, they do their own personal examinations on
Yeah.
you. They can tell you what to do, and these things are, even if you could not get the free one, you can always get a cheap one,
Well,
subsidized.
What are the strategies that are put in place?
Now,
Because
He just
These
he,
are-
he, he
these
made
are- these are
mention
the-
of
these are
one,
the-
and I think
these
he's
are the-
I
going.
feel
Yes,
like
these
no,
are the
that is
things-
actually a far.
No,
I don't know.
these are
I
the
feel
things-
the distance
no.
is still too
You
much.
ca-
Like
it's-
within,
within
their surroundings,
now
like
within
who can they
I don't
cry
know
out
there used to
talk
be this Sevicom,
Okay.
and there are other bodies in the school environment,
environment,
that you
yeah.
can always go and report to.
But you'll be scared
That
because
is the thing. That is why I said don't
The
be
stigma.
scared.
see, everybody is different. The way you will
Basically.
handle some situations, circumstances will be different from the way Supreme will handle
That is
it.
why, that is the essence of this program, to let them know that you can do it. This is what you should do. No
Well,
matter,
they should know.
because it has happened.
Yeah.
What could be worse?
And also, I will even advise them, if a lecturer should make advances to you, you should always have your phone, like a record and stuff like
Yes.
that. You should act like a reporter, nose for news. You know,
Yes.
yes, nose
No,
for news.
Sometimes you have to be very, and then sometimes take it or leave it. Most of these students, they know the particular lecturers that are promiscuous, that are like
Yeah,
that.
they know.
Yeah.
Because I know of a girl
Okay.
who, whenever she wants to go and submit her assignment when she was in
goes
school,
through
she don't go alone.
Or she goes through someone.
She goes
Like, help me
with
submit.
at least 2 persons.
Wow, she's very smart.
Are you getting? Because
Yes.
the lecturer made an advancement on her, and then she
She
declined.
declined.
Right. So whenever she goes there, she goes with people. She takes people alongside.
That's a smart move.
Yes, even if the people, sometimes the lecturer will chase the people out of the office, remaining her, but they will stand by the door and they'll be making noise there so that the lecturer will know that these people are still here. Oh. You understand? If this
Yeah.
girl raises her voice, the whole thing is spoiled.
Yes.
So these are some things. Now we'll now talk about how to secure the environment to ensure this doesn't happen. The first one is this:
Yes.
every person, every group, every agency who is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring this menace does not happen must wake up to their duties.
Yes, I think they are sleeping. They have to wake
I
up to
think
save
more
these
and
should
then-
young
be
ladies.
incorporated
That is
and
one.
there should be
2,
enlightenment.
not just to wake up now,
Okay.
they should also, na me na you, me and you na one.
Yes, everybody should be involved.
They should not, they should carry everybody along.
True.
Everybody should be involved, yet they should not be partial. They should not say this person is closer to me, so
And
let
they
me
should not be
protect the
money-oriented.
image of this person.
Money oriented.
Yeah.
Yes, no, that
Some
means
people
they should
can
not.
actually
I
do
think
they should not-
you
they
have
should-
to take form, start
Yes,
doing
all
this,
those
doing that.
things.
When you think of those processes, and like, oh,
Supreme, just hold on. Let Clement
Yeah,
land. We'll
that
talk
is-
about the money oriented stuff.
That
Alright,
is
no
another.
problem.
That is another one.
Okay.
Then number 3, we should enlighten the students.
Okay.
They have rights, for crying out
Yes,
loud.
yes, we have rights as
So,
a student.
as a student, you have rights. Now, you should be enlightened to know your rights and then walk within the ambits of that right.
Yes.
Then, the next one, this one I will speak to the student union government.
Okay.
The situation we now see in Nigeria most times is that our student union government, the members, they have become the hallelujah boys of the top guns in the society
Basically.
or
Hallelujah.
in the school.
Professor Clement.
You know,
yeah,
hallelujah.
Titi
Allegedly,
again.
though.
Being an hallelujah boy, you know,
Okay.
you don't. I've seen students come out to protest against the SUG, that the SUG are backing reforms and policies of the school management that does not sit well or in the interest of the students.
I've seen a situation like that. You're saying the
that
truth.
that is the thing. So on why do we have student union government? Is to be like the liaison between
Yeah,
the
between
school management and the students, and then always carrying the interest of the students at heart in whatever decision, whatever action, whatever policies, and whatever programs they are embarking on. So if they can stick to this and not just continue to clap and sing for lecturers and the school management, I guess the students will be bold enough to take their pains to them and say,
And you
help me
know,
out.
some of them are even working with these lecturers that are abusers.
That is the thing. That is the thing. So they should wake up and then do this so that students they will help to build the
a
confidence.
safe environment
And
for the
then a
ladies.
safe environment. Then, like what the Edo State government has picked up, let other state governments do the same.
Okay.
The fight against gender-based violence, the fight against rape, they fight against whatever form of how do we put
Sexual
it?
harassment.
Sexual harassment. Edo State government is seriously fighting against it.
That
Other
is a
states should
good
do.
move.
And then when the whole governments in Nigeria,
Has been able
from
to
the
take
federal
them
to the
off.
local,
Yeah.
does this,
There will be a positive outcome.
that is it.
Okay, I think we should go on a short break to see that same short video clip because I am so interested in that video clip. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere and stay with us.
My name has been stolen by a system that was meant to protect and guide me. A system that promised to help me grow and succeed in life. I came here with joy in my heart, with dreams in my eyes. I wanted to succeed, rise above, to make my family proud, to contribute to society. But what I found wasn't hope. It was a monster. A monster. He whispered to me in the dark, telling me that my intelligence will never be enough, that I have to give him something more. Sleep with me, he said, and I will make sure you pass. I had no one to turn to, no one to help me. My world, my future was in his hands. I was afraid of being a failure to my parents. So I gave in. I had to. He didn't just take from me, he tore me apart piece by piece. He shared me with his colleagues and they feasted on me like I was nothing to them. I became depressed, hopeless, worthless, a disgrace to myself. I hated everything around me. I cried myself to sleep every night with no one to hear me, no one to help me. I hated myself. I was supposed to be safe here, but this is what I became. How much longer will this continue? How many more voices will be silenced? And when will those with the power to stop this finally listen?
Welcome back from the short break. Still on the question sex for grade amongst university lecturer. So Supreme, can you tell us more about the money-oriented stuff you said? And also, I want to add another question to it. Now, when students report these abuses, the sexual harassment, many say nothing changes. Are universities protecting students or just their own reputation? Are they protecting students or their own reputation?
Right. So I will start first from the
Money oriented, because I want to hear
talk about.
you
So
from
you find
that.
that somehow there are some agencies that really raise up or should I say
Agencies?
rise up, yes, in school. Maybe just put together by a few
Student
people.
union? Are you talking about student
not really
union?
Student union, maybe
Okay.
like an NGO
NGO.
and all that. They spring up, maybe trying to fight against this, fight against that. Like, okay, you can come to us anytime, any day. Sometimes you see that it's like a means for individuals to literally just make money. Because
So they are not
tell you-
helping you, but
they
to extort money
they might,
from
because
you.
I really don't know what they do, but they might. But they
Do you
tend
have
to tell
evidence
you,
of it that they just want to collect money, extortion
Well,
from
the,
you?
the thing, I
Evidence
think
to-
what you are trying to say is that
Okay.
the process before they will
before
start
they
the whole
start
thing,
the whole
Okay.
thing, they tell
pay
you
for
take
this, pay
form,
for
you
that,
do this,
and
you
that.
do that.
Yes, it's as
So
if they are
sometimes
extorting
it's
money
not like
from you,
they're not really
indirectly.
working to help you first. Because I've been a part of organizations that would you come to them and you just say, look at what I'm going through. They don't even ask the whys or the not. They hold you first and say, please come sit.
Yes.
The way they give you this reception and they hold you, like, you understand, they attend to
Yes.
you, you know that okay, these people are really ready to help, even if they don't end up helping as much, but then you feel the spirit, like, okay, they are into this, they're interested in this. So we should get more individuals who are interested in such help, like
Okay.
they are interested in rendering such help to students. So talking to about universities.
Yeah, when
actually,
students report
for-
these abuses, the sexual harassment,
well, you've heard
are
of
they
PRO.
protecting students
You know
or
what
their
PRO is all
reputation?
about, you know? Their
Yes.
public image. They are you see when these things happen, sometimes maybe it goes out of proportion and it goes viral. student gets to speak out, and you hear one or two stories here and there about maybe certain people or lecturers,
The lecturer,
academic
the
staff.
abusers.
You hear about them on social media and stuff. You see, when the thing blows up,
Yeah.
the university comes and starts telling stories
To conceal the whole
yes,
thing.
to cover everything, say that's how it's the student's fault. Why did the person not close his or her
They will
eyes?
say indecent
The
dressing. That's
eyes,
where
actually.
indecent dressing will come into the
Basically,
picture.
you get me? They bring all manners of like excuses and reasons to cover their own side, so that there will be no loose ends from their side, telling you that's how it's not the lecturer's fault and this and that, because of their public image.
Wait, sorry
So
to cut you short.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of the lecturers to the students? Because I want to know. Can you tell us the purpose of the lecturers to the students?
The purpose of lecturing basically is to teach.
But they are not doing it,
Transfer
Clem.
knowledge, basically, to make sure that people who have been placed under your care
Are being
they
protected.
yes, they are protected, and then they are safe, and they receive all they should, the knowledge and everything. So imagine you being in that such unsafe environment with lecturers who just want to pray. It's really not nice, especially in this part of the world where we don't hear voices as much as we should. So
Okay.
I would advise that universities should really look into this. It's
They
not
should.
nice that in this day and age we are still having such issues. It's not really nice.
Okay, Clement.
Yeah.
All has been said that needs to be said.
Okay.
Take up that mantle. You are the architect of your life.
Yeah.
Don't feel self-pity. Go for therapy and go for those who can help
basically, it
you.
starts with you.
Okay.
Starts with you, exactly.
Okay,
Protect
thank you.
yourself.
And that brings us to the end of today's discussion. A big thank you to my guest and my co-host for sharing their thoughts, their emotions, and the feelings concerning sex for grade. Until next time, keep striving for excellence. Wishing you a wonderful month. We love you. And I'm just going to leave the campus book review for you to feed your eyes with it. See you. Bye.
Welcome to Campus Vogue today, where we highlight an accessory that blends culture, beauty, and style. Waist beads. These delicate strands have been embraced for centuries, carrying deep meanings while enhancing body confidence and fashion. Waist beads trace their roots back to ancient Africa, particularly in Ghana, Nigeria, and Senegal. Worn by women for generations, they symbolized femininity, spirituality, fertility, and status. Over time, they evolved into stylish accessory while still holding cultural significance. They come in different colors, each carrying unique meanings. Red for passion, blue for peace, gold for wealth, etc. Some even include charms or crystals believed to bring luck and protection. Plus, waist beads naturally adjust to body shape, making them both a fashion statement and a subtle fitness tracker. They are incredibly versatile. For a subtle touch, wear them under clothes as a hidden confidence booster. But if you want to show them off, pair them with crop tops, high-waisted jeans, or bikinis for a bold, stylish look. They also complement traditional outfits, adding elegance to cultural attires. On Nigerian campuses, waist beads have become a trendy yet personal accessory. Some wear them for beauty, others for tradition, and many simply for self-expression. They are seen at beach outings, dance performances, or casually peeking through stylish outfits, adding a hint of mystery and allure. Waist beads are a mix of tradition, beauty, and confidence. So, embrace the trend and style them your way, because whether worn for their cultural meanings or as a fashion statement, they are here to stay. This is Campus Vogue. Thanks for staying.